start. And first of all, I'm going to record this too so I can post it. I would like to thank everyone for joining our call tonight. We are going to start with some recognition. The first thing I'd like to do is congratulate Carrie Steelman for hitting 2-star qualifying. If you don't know what 2-star qualifying means, is once you are a 2-star diamond coach, it means that you have a 2-star diamond or a star on your side of your business and the left side of your business. So every quarter, Beachbody gives you a bonus in addition to what you're making. It's between $900 and $1,300 every few months. And then once you are a 5-star, which sounds kind of crazy, but really there's 200 coaches in, just my downline right now. So if 5 of those, personally sponsored were diamonds, every quarter you get an additional, I think it's a 5,000 plus your 2-star bonus. So it's 7,000, which is like 28,000 a year just in bonuses, which is way more than I made when I was teaching full time. So that's kind of crazy. So congratulations to Carrie for hitting 2-star. And if she holds it until December 8th, her rank, she will be coming to LA with me, which is awesome because out of Team Boom, usually every year there's a bunch of people that go, and this year I'm the only one. So I was going to be going by myself. And so that'll be cool. Isn't that weird, Heather, that Carrie and I would be going together? So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And let's see. Another shout out that I wanted to do was for, what did I want to do? Okay, Coach Basics. Those of you that are completing your Coach Basics work, right now we have Liz who's on the call. She has going for 7 out of 7, which is awesome because when I was looking at some of those assignments too today, some of those were pretty long. So I appreciate you listening to those assignments and getting through those videos. So good job, Liz. And we also have Leanne, Connie, Olivia, Andrea, Shayla, that have also completed all of your assignments. So once you are in Coach Basics, it's really important to do your homework, get a good foundation, and then eventually, as you're running this business, just doing some invites and being proof in the product, you're definitely going to see yourself taking off. It gets pretty hard, not really hard, but being accountable for your own success in this business, because like I've told you guys before, like I'm not your boss. I'm just kind of like, I used to be in Andrea Wallace's group, and then my organization got so big I had to make my own group. So here I am being the leader, and I'm just kind of relaying information to you guys, helping you be in training. So hopefully it's helping you guys. Once you get through Coach Basics, there is another training, but what I've always told people is you could sit around all day until you have, I believe that like knowledge isn't really power, action is. So Heather, you would agree with me about this. Like the first year, you and I pretty much read every single book. We, listened to every single training, and we thought once we had the perfect body or we knew everything, then we would just like jump out there and do it. But really, talking to people about what you're doing on a daily basis really gets them interested. Not that you're really selling them, but just sharing what you're doing. A lot of people, when I talk to them, they have no idea what I'm quote unquote selling. I kind of talk to them about that on the side as opposed to while I'm sharing. And so that's pretty cool. Let's see how that goes. All right, so one of the other things that I wanted to talk about on our call tonight is Michelle Katz was going to do the second part of our Instagram training. So everybody on this call right now is on Instagram. Liz, you're on Instagram, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So we have a very duplicatable system of how we find people all over the nation. I mean, I found Heather on Instagram and Carrie and Michelle Katz and all of those people I found on Instagram. So last week, as a recap, what we did was we went over the Instagram basics. This week, we were going to take it to the next level, going over how we tie that into connections and pulling in people for the business. Michelle's not feeling well today, so I decided that we would go over a power hour, how to effectively do a power hour. And if you don't know what a power hour is a power hour is pretty awesome, because if you only had 1 hour, and for a lot of us being busy moms or being career women, which everyone on this call is, one or the other, thinking about having one more thing to do is very even crippling to myself, you know? And as you go along in this business, you might be thinking to yourself, you know what, I would never want to have to do as much as like Marie did, or as much as somebody else did. Like, how does she do it? And one of the things that I can share with you, and I don't want to get too far away from the topic, is once you become a leader, the best thing that you can do is have, when other people join you, is give them responsibilities, so you're not completely overwhelmed. That is the best thing to do. Currently, Heather is doing the points, which we do need to pass that on to someone else. I'm going to let you pass that on, Heather, after this week. Lori, I haven't given her a job yet. Her and I are going to talk later on. And then sometimes Connie counts points. But if I was to, as a coach, do all of this stuff, I would be very, very stressed out. And sometimes when I find myself like freaking out or going crazy, I'm like, you know what, we're stronger together, and I need to put stuff out there for other people. So the reason for the power hour is if you cut all of the fluff, okay? If I was a new coach and I saw what I was doing, I would never want to be a coach. And as crazy as that sounds, because when you think about what a coach is, you would think about, well, if I'm going to be a successful coach, I would have to do what like Marie was doing, posting all day and commenting all day. The only reason that I'm doing all of those things is because it's really all that I'm doing all day long. You know what I mean? So when I first built this business from pretty much the coach group, all of these scripts, all the stuff, you know, all these things that I did with my team, before I got to this point, I did something called a power hour. And that's what I'm going to teach you tonight. Is everybody on this call familiar with what a power hour is? Have you guys learned that in your Coach Basics training?
No, not yet.
Okay. Heather, are you currently still using your Teamsy, or you're doing the power hour?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Okay.
Yeah, like a combination of both seems to work pretty well for me. So.
Next week's call, I'm going to teach you guys about a program called Teamsy, where it takes all of the leads, every Facebook friend that I have, every coach that I have, and it comes up on a screen and it's telling me, these are the 20 people you're going to invite today. And I already have a thing what I'm going to say. These are the 200 people that have liked your photos in the past 72 hours that you're going to, you know, if you want to reach out to. So this program that I'm going to talk about next week is like an organizational process of all of those things. Because that's why I'm posting on my wall all the time. That's why I'm always doing these things, because then I reach out to those people when they like stuff. So basically what we're going to do tonight is I'm just going to go over this little document that is somewhere, honestly, in my, let's see, what did I do? I just saved it to my desktop, so. Can you see this checklist?
No.
Okay. Oh, it's pausing it. Let me pull it up on my phone, and then I'll go from my phone and then do it step by step. Now, for you, Liz and Lori, I haven't really taught you guys in depth yet how to invite. So this is kind of jumping ahead. Take notes on it, and we'll revisit it. Let me pull this up quick. Okay. Hold on, I've got to pull it up on my phone so I can see it. Beachbody. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen. Go to my Facebook. Of course, I just love when you try to show somebody something on the computer and they're like staring at you and then it doesn't work. Hold on a second. It'll work. I just have to get the share screen to work right. There we go. Can you see my Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Rocking and rolling. All right. So you can see my Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So step one, what we would do would be is we are going to add some new context. So every day on your Power Hour list, what you want to do is because if I was posting on my Facebook, guys, and I was posting to the same people all of the time, it's going to get it's going to be the same people over and over and they're going to get sick of you. Also, when I first started doing this business, I was very scared to reach out to people I know. So I basically built the whole business on people that I did not know, because that was just easier for me, because I kind of felt like the people that I did know were going to judge me and I was kind of scared. And that's just normal. That's just a normal thought to have. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my friends and I'm going to go to find friends. Okay, so friends and then find friends. Then what I'm going to do is whatever is in your hometown, like right now I'm in Simpsonville, South Carolina, Gloversville, there's like colleges I went to, whatever is in your profile is going to show up here on the left. So I'm going to say Simpsonville, South Carolina. Okay. So remember, there's different ways to run a business. Today, I'm just focusing on one way. So if this is not the way that you would like to pursue, that's okay. But this is one way that I'm telling you is the driving force of my business. So basically what I do is these people now, I never invite men because it just never I just don't have a reason to, because this just never works out. And not works out, but it just is weird, I don't know what to say to them and I just don't even deal with it. I just invite women. So like Ashley, for instance, we have 14 mutual friends. So I would add her as a friend. Now, if you're worried about your kids and people you don't know, I'm going to show you a way to screen that in a second. And then for instance, like Savannah, we have 14 mutual friends. If I go to local businesses, so say I am going to come in here, an employer, and I'm going to put in Greenville Hospital System. Hold on. Greenville Hospital System. And then it's going to come up with people. And the reason I'm going with the mutual friends is because they're more apt to accept my friend request if we have mutual friends. So I'm going to pick Carly. I'm going to go with Alicia. I'm going to skip Steven. I'm going to go with Liz. And I'm going to go with Victoria, and I'll do 2 more. Annie and skip Michael. And I'm going to go with Sydney. Okay? Now, that is step 1 in my Power Hour. Oh, why did that go away? Come back. Okay. Can you see my Facebook? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay. So basically what I'm doing now, I'm telling you guys on this Power Hour list because I don't want you to get overwhelmed, to do at least 5 a day. Right now I'm running huge numbers because I've been doing this for a while. I'm friend requesting at least 30 people a day. Back in the day, I say back in the day, about last year, we used to say, hey, I have this fun fitness group. If you're interested, shoot me a friend request to Facebook and I'll tell you more. That didn't work. You remember those days, Heather? So now we're just sending them friend requests. Okay. So say I'm doing that for a week. Every Monday, what I do is I go to my friends list and I go to recently added. I have 93 recently added people this week. Now, do I know these people personally? No, I do not. I have already exhausted my warm market, meeting people that I know, because I've been doing this for a while. So if I was going to build a business, like what would I do after I sold to my grandma, my best friend, and a couple friends at work, right? Like how would you ever expand your network? So basically what I do is every Monday, I print out all of these people. This is what I'm working from. There's 93 people, say today was Monday, that have accepted my friend request. Now, one of the things that I do now is I keep everything public because I've been doing this for a while. But when I first started, I was very scared because I had babies. Like, what if, Shane, is that a guy? I don't know. I go to friends and then I would put them on an acquaintance so that when I post something, I'll show you how to do that in a second. It'll post, like if I say I'm on 3rd Street eating an ice cream cone with my kids alone, if, Tangi's a psycho, like I wouldn't want her to come like find me. You know what I'm saying? So those are ways that you can block your posting. But right now I just do everything on public because, I'm kind of weary of how I do that. You can also friend people this way. And if you make a like page, you can pull them in from this page to a like page so that they're not seeing the personal things on your Facebook. So step 1 would be to friend people, and we can go over security settings and stuff. Would anybody like me to explain to you how to post and put it on acquaintance level only? Raise your hand, otherwise I'll keep going. Okay. So if I was to go to my page and say I want to post a personal picture and I'm at church and I don't want everybody to know it. Now, you don't want everything to be Beachbody because you're going to annoy your audience. But say there's something that I'm going to post that I don't want everybody to see. Okay, so we'll just go with this picture. And it's like a picture of a minion. Keep calm and pretend it's not Monday. Public would put it on public. And if I go to, of course it won't let me. What? Okay, anyway, you see what it's doing? If I go over to more options, it's going to go friends but acquaintances. Everybody, friends but friends but acquaintances, it'll let me pick. So when I post like a picture, say I'm out eating 45 chicken wings and dipping them in ranch and I don't want Fall Into Fitness to know, I'm going to hide from you guys. No, I'm just kidding. And, I don't want you to know that that's what I'm doing. So that's how I protect myself. Now, what about pictures from the past? Okay. So I go to my photo albums and then my albums. And then I am coming down here. Let me go down before I was like a coach, because you guys can't even see these probably. What am I doing? Okay. Christmas. 2009. Only me. I got annoyed at making everything private. So I changed the little setting. Public friends except acquaintances, and you can change it. See what I'm saying? So people can't see it. Friends but acquaintances. You can change your albums that way. So you go to the lock, and I just put only me because I just got sick of changing them all. That's nice. What was I doing there? Slots. What's that say? Southern ladies up to something. Well, that was nice. That must have been in like a college day or something. Like my wedding. I don't know why I did that, but just like, you know, you can change it photo by photo, or you can change it album by album. I just did by albums. Okay. All right. Any questions on that before I go on? All right. So step 1 would be to friend people. That is the list that I work off of, is my recently added. Now, if you are just starting, what I would do is I would go into, like, if I was just starting and I wanted to. And the thing is that if you already tell yourself, like, people that you're already friends with aren't going to want to join your fitness challenge, that's what I used to do. I set myself to a huge disadvantage because I didn't invite them till later, but we all go through our own growing process, so that's fine. I would hit the letter A, and then, like, say on Monday I was going to work letter A's. So I'd put an A and I would write down those people, and those would be the people that I was going to invite. And I'll go over scripts with you guys who don't know any of this yet. B, I would invite everybody that's not a coach that I was friends with the letter B, and I would work those people. And then C, once I exhausted all my current Facebook friends, then I started adding a fresh market. I also, another way that I would find people is I would go, wow, where'd the time go? It's already 8:27. My gosh. I would go to, like, my hometown, like Greenville Moms That Run. Greenville Moms That Run, for example. And I got to go a lot faster because I'm way behind. I would go to members, and then I would go in. And when I see people in here, like, these are like a lot of the people that are in our groups now. Because we, like, what do I have commonalities with? You know, like, I like to run, I like coffee, I like wine, things like that. So then I would go through and I would add some of the people, you know what I'm saying, from these groups. Okay? All right. So obviously that was a lot longer because finding friends should take 2 minutes. In the Coach Basics, have you guys gone through scripts yet?
I think so.
Okay. So basically what I do for my printout, guys, and I did this while my kids were taking a bath, like I was sitting there, I did, okay, so this is an example of an invite. Hey girl, happy Friday Eve. I know this is Raymond. You probably have your own thing going on right now, but if not, I wanted to invite you to my working out clean eating group I am hosting for 3 weeks. It's mainly to keep us motivated, accountable, blah, blah, blah. Would you like more information? Okay. So I would start out doing, and I can send you this, just remind me because I get real overwhelmed. Just remind me if you want my little what I say. But as you can see, I did a power hour here and I invited those 10 people. Like I said, the same thing to people I thought might be interested. Okay. All right. So that is like a little script. And then if they say, yes, tell me more. All right. One of the things you do not want to do, because then you were a saleswoman, is when they say, tell me more, be like, well, it's a 21-day fix. Have you heard about it? This is what it comes with. And I'd love to have you join. No, you've already killed your business. I say, well, I'd like to tell you more, but what are your fitness goals? What do you want to do? Well, I want to lose 20 pounds. Well, why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Because I need to be able to keep up with my kids, and I'm about to be 40 and I'm just exhausted. And I would say, well, I'm going through the same thing. I've lost over 40 pounds and I used to be tired all the time. And you kind of find a commonality if you have one. If not, you want to be empathetic, listen to them, listen to their needs and why. Then they're going to say, well, how much is it? If I go and tell somebody it's $140, they're probably going to delete me because all right away, you're trying to sell me something. So I tell them, and in the script I have, this is what one of our last challenges looked like. This is what a challenge group is. This is why it's helped me. This is what Shakeology is. This is what it isn't. But you don't want to bombard them. So you do something called forming. family, like talk about their family, why they want to lose weight, maybe what their occupation is, build that relationship. And then M in the word form would be the message. So then you send your message to them. Okay. And I'll tell you guys, like sometimes now I even mess it up. They'll say, you know, I want to lose 20 pounds. I'm like, yeah, great. You know, I blah, blah, blah. Here's the information. I'm like, God, I just messed that one up. And then they'll never talk to me again. And I know they're not going to because I totally messed it up. You know, an amateur is going to try to sell somebody right away. You got to remember these are people. They are not points or money. If you go into it and you stay true to yourself, and I think that's why I've been successful and our team has been, they are people, not points. You connect with them and you really have a passion for helping others, everything else is going to fall into place. If you're rushing it and you're throwing sales, like I hate to call out even like It Works people, flash sale, BOGO, buy this. Why? Why do I want to buy it? Why do these reps help? How have they helped you? Like, tell me about it. Tell me about your heart and why it's important to you. Then people are going to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't do it the other way. All right, so I'm still on step 1, sorry. Create a list from your previous post, 5 minutes. So then I create a list. I go to, who's this? Okay. I go to my Facebook. Every day I do something about life. Then I write down all the people that liked it. Sometimes I say, hey, thanks for liking my post, Susie. We haven't connected in a while. What have you been up to? Starts a conversation. Hey, Amanda, how is the 21-day fix group going? I'm so happy you joined us. Got any struggles today? Any non-scale victories? You know, 63 people like that. What the heck? My husband was like, I saw that picture you put up there. He was like, when I was like, did you read it? You know, I can't believe 63 people like that. Usually people don't like stuff when I put that up like that. So then I'd write down the people that aren't coaches, you know, and then I reach out to them. That's why I'm posting on my wall all the time. I saw somebody, and I screenshot stuff all the time on Pinterest. I saw other ideas where people did that, but I'm not talking about my business. I'm talking about how I'm a busy mom. My kids have taken over the house and I'm working from the kitchen floor. You have to stay relatable. Otherwise, people are going to look at you like you're white noise. Okay? Telling something exciting about life, workout. Nobody cares that I just worked out. All right? Nobody cares that I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. If anything, it makes them mad and they're sick of it. So I have to tell a story. You know, it's hump day. I added a funny straw. Like I tried to change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Instead of like, I got up at 5 a.m. and worked out. Nobody cares. If anything, you're going to turn people off and they're going to be annoyed. Sometimes I'll, you know, post a food challenger of the week. You guys can use any of the challengers in the challenge group. These aren't my people. They are our people. Okay? So reach out to them. You know, whoever you want to. Tell me your story. How did you start? That's why I write all those things down. All right. The next thing that I do in a power hour is my phone keeps locking itself. I need to figure out how to take the passcode off my phone. I start a conversation with 5 people, 15 minutes, meaning, hey, thanks for like that one that had 63 people, be like, hey, thanks for liking my post. Like, I can't believe I've gotten this far with Core to Force. What are you doing for fitness lately? Any big plans this weekend? Something like that. All right. So that would be reaching out to at least 5 people that liked your post. And then I do follow-ups for 10 minutes. And I'll teach you about follow-ups, meaning following up. If they say, hey, yeah, send me more information. After I go through form, I send them more information. Then Pat always taught me, Reelman, he's our upline, the fortune is in the follow-up. Everybody on this call took tons of follow-ups. Hey, you want to do it now? You want to do it later? What are you thinking about it? You know, it's not like you bombard people, but just let them know that like you see something in them that maybe you could help change their life, or maybe they might be a good business partner. I don't have everybody sign up as a coach. I don't want everybody on my team. I don't want to drag dead weight around anymore. I did that for a couple years and it's exhausting. So, but if you see somebody that is trainable that could do it, you may want to reach out to them and create posts for later and planning your day out. This is kind of something that I do. I plan my post out the night before. For those of you that are new, I would do one fitness post a day and something about your family a day. Okay? To not a salesy post. Maybe you're in your minivan and you're going to soccer practice. Okay? You're in your minivan and you're going to soccer practice. So you could, make a post about you're in the car and you just have your Shakeology cup and you're talking about how you're, off to soccer practice and it's been, something like that. So you're holding your cup, but you're not really selling somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're creating that that presence to where people are seeing what's going on. So when you invite them, it's not like, who's this lady that shared like 80 dog shares, on our wall and talked about, I don't know, donating to like elephants or something random. And then you come and invite them, they're going to be like, what is she talking about? So it can be once a day or even once or twice a week, but just something a little bit out there. The only reason I do so much is because obviously over time I've generated such a big following, but that's not required and or necessary. Okay. So power hour, let's do a quick recap, would be, let's see, just finding friends. You could, Liz, did you write down the steps?
I've got search for new friends that are ones that you have that are mutual, that you share mutual friends in common with. Print out the friends requests once a week. Start inviting current friends and then search for new ones. Form, create a list of people who like a post you've made. No coaches, stay relatable. Start a conversation with 5 people, follow-ups, and then create posts for later, one fitness and one family.
And if you did that, every day, just even 30 minutes to an hour, you're going to start, that's how it starts. But you can't do it once here, wait a week, got busy here and there. The only reason I've been successful is because I've done it every day to every other day for a long period of time. And that's all I did. And then I made it better. So we only have, this call is going to cut me off in about 3 minutes. And then I have a quick call with Liz and Lori. What questions do you guys have? Is this starting to sink in for those of you that have been on here? Heather, making a lot more sense. Connie, Shanice. Shanice, you and I still need to get together one-on-one. So, because we need to talk about how we're finding people without making it look like I friended you because I'm about to sell you something. You know what I'm saying? And once these people accept your friend request, guys, don't do it the next day. Let them be your friend for like a week and then invite them. Do you know what I'm saying? If you do it right away, it's going to be like, I knew she was up to something. Or I'll say, hey, Facebook keeps suggesting we be friends. I thought I would reach out. I didn't know if you see my post, but I'd love to invite you to my next challenge. What is the next one after Fit Before the Feast? Little black dress. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of how you do it, because people right away, now that you are kind of trying to sell them, but if you were just selling them wraps or like fat burners, you'd be selling them and walking away. But we're selling them a whole lifestyle of the friendships, the community, all of that, which most people don't even know that exist. They think you're trying to sell them something and walk away. Okay. So any other questions? It's going to cut us off in like 2 minutes. Questions before we get off?
I've just had one. How do I get to find people on Instagram that are not fitness coaches already?
What I do is I search travel. I search things. I made a list of 20 things that I liked. Soccer mom, travel, wine, coffee, dogs, Florida, tone it up is a huge one. They don't go using tone it up all the time because that's my secret weapon. Tone it up. I hate running. Moms that run. Then I like their photos. It's called a 5-3-1 invite. You like 5 of their photos. You comment on 3. It generates 1 follow. And then you inbox them the, hey, blah, 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 like your little thing that you're going to say. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. If you're going to gym, fitness, Beachbody, T25, 21-day fix, get out of there. Go to things that are normal. Because eventually you got to like these people, guys. Like Heather and I, we didn't like each other. We're traveling together. We're going on trips. We better have some commonalities and we better, have some similarities. And that's when I found her back then off of that, my set of words, because those things described me and it had commonality between us. Okay. And I'll send you that Instagram training and we'll go over that a little bit more too. So, all right. So let's take a couple minute break. I guess if you need to get a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever. And those of you, I'm going to post the link quick. I'm going over stuff with Lori and Liz. If anybody else would like to jump on, I'm going to post it in the coach group really quick.